In Long Beach, it all comes down to what you look like. It's all about color. If you're Latino or Asian or black, you could get blasted anytime you walk out your door.
Settle down. My name is Aaron Guel.
Schools are divided into separate tribes.
I'm not sitting near him.
I can't go back there alone.
Man, I know you ain't talking to me.
We kill each other over race, pride, and respect. We fight for our America.
What you're saying is, if the Latinos weren't here, or the Cambodians, or the blacks, or the whites, or whoever they are, if they weren't here, everything would be better for you.
Lady, stop acting like you're trying to understand our situation.
Why don't you explain it to me?
We in the war.
You're a first-time teacher. You can't make someone want an education.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. How are you today? I hope all of you stay healthy in this pandemic era. Well, through this video, I would like to tell you a story from the Freedom Riders movie. So now, let's continue to watch the movie Sleep.
All of you. Stand on the line if you've lost a friend to gang violence. Stay on the line if you've lost more than one friend. 3, 4 or more.
From this moment on, the person you were, that person's turn is over.
Everyone has their own story. We're gonna write in these journals.
There's no place like this out there for us. I can't go back to the way it used to be.
Need you. Nah, man, I can't.
Nobody listens to a teenager, and they don't see the wars we fight every day.
Sit there till the police came. Then I heard gunshots.
She told us we had something to say to people.
Okay guys, have you watched this movie? If you have, you are lucky, and if you haven't, you should watch it now. Well, what do you think about the task of teacher? Only teaching according to a prescribed curriculum? You think curriculum is important in the development of teaching? I personally think no. After watching this movie, I understand that the task of teacher is not just to teach a lesson according to a prescribed curriculum, but the teacher should give students something they need, and so with that they can develop the potential within their self. And a teacher can't choose which students to teach, but the teacher must be able to deal with all the characters that students have. And if indeed the characters is not what the learner should have, the teacher must be able to guide the students to have a good character. Freedom Riders is a movie based on a book entitled The Freedom Riders Diary, which the book contains stories from real life. This movie tells the story of a teacher in Long Beach, California, America named Erin Crowell. She had idealistic character and a very high level of intelligence. It was said that Long Beach was an area with a very high level of racial problems. Their races against each other were hostile each other. One day, Erin Crowell came to Woodrow Wilson High School, and she was given the task of teaching English in a special class for children victims of racial hostility violence. Crowell's arrival was based on her sincere intent to teach the students whom she felt needed special attention in handling. There were various kinds of race gangs in that school that always agglomerate, like Cambodia race, black skin, Hispanic, and white skin. The problem was that the racial gangs always quarreled and couldn't be argued. Crowell was determined to change the class for the better, but the reality was even worse. On the first day in that school, none of the students were interested in her presence, and there was an immediate fight between students of different races in her classroom, and professional teachers were unable to handle it anymore. But Growl didn't give up. As time went by, she kept trying to get closer to her students, and she started her efforts in getting closer to her students by making a game. And starting from there, the students were reluctant to approach other gangs, gradually got close to other gang members who indirectly got changed and slightly reduced the distance between them. And then Aaron Growl gave a blank book to all the students and told them to write down what was on their mind, and every day all the students have to write. Aaron Growl did all this to bring herself closer to all of her students, so that she could explain to all the students that racial enmity is not everything in the world. And day by day, all students began to write what was on their mind. And this method proved successful. Growl told them to collect their diaries for her to read if they wish. And after reading a lot of students' diaries, Growl realized that what had been in their lives had been only racial battles. Because of that, Growl was determined that she could change the lives of her students, especially to pursue education. However, Growl's struggle was not easy. None of the fellow teachers in that school supported her efforts. So, Growl had to willing to work part-time to buy new books for her students. And the struggle was so hard, it even made Growl's husband not support her anymore. As a result, Aaron Growl getting divorced with her husband. But in the end, all the Growl's efforts paid off. All the students in her classroom can now get along with through. They are of different faces. They even become people in their family who continue their education through college. So guys, the most important details from the story is about tolerance. In this movie, Aaron Growl teaches her students the power of tolerance and enable them to better understand each other and the world around them. So this movie is very good to watch all the people, and this movie is very inspiring for all of us as a teacher and as prospective teacher. So guys, I think that's all from me that I could explain about the Freedom Writers movie. So I hope this content is useful for all of us. So thanks for your attention and see you on the next video.